Let me ask you one of the biggest questions you've ever seen today in the internet. Do you think these people on the screen will chase a woman that's not interested in them emotionally? Do you think these people will chase a woman that's not interested in them and giving them value? Do you think they will chase a kind of woman that does not admire them or does not look at them as, okay, he's him? Tell me, do you think they will chase such a woman? Definitely, your answer is no. They wouldn't want to invest their time or their energy or their resource in such a person. They wouldn't invest their time because these people are traveling almost all over the world. They are always moving. If they are not moving, they are always rehearsing. If they are not rehearsing, they are always working on a new project. Listen, big names like wouldn't chase women who does not chase, who is not interested in them or who doesn't have the kind of value that they are looking for because these people are working on themselves to the extent where they want to leave a mark. They want to leave a legacy behind in their work, in their art, in their craft. So they wouldn't have time to invest in such a person that is not even invested in themselves. You understand? So that's one of the ways you need to think as a guy. If you're this kind of guy that always think of what she would benefit from you, I'm telling you that you will kill yourself. You would kill yourself. It kills your game. It kills your self-esteem as a person. It's not even good for your confidence because when I tell you that you need to choose women that choose you is very, very important. Choose women that choose you because if you don't choose a woman that choose you, you're gonna end up losing at the end of the day. Whenever I walk into a room, I don't look for the woman that catch my eye. I look for the woman that when I walk into the room, I catch her eye. I don't let me come again. When I walk into a room, I don't look for the woman that catch my eye. When I walk into the room, I look for a woman I catch her eye. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't, like I'm not supposed to be the only one attracted to her. She needs to be attracted to me too. You get what I'm saying? So the thing is two way. It's not just one way. That's why most of you end up simping. And one of the things that most of you do that you don't realize in try to chase a woman is you try to overdo things. You try to overdo things and you make things complicated for yourself. So at the end of the day, when you get friend zoned or when you get ignored or when she stop replying your text, she stop messaging you, she stop picking your calls, you start complaining, you start complaining and start sometimes maybe some of you even start blaming her, thinking, okay, she is the one at fault. Meanwhile, you're the one at fault. You ignore some flags, you ignore some red flags, you ignore when you were supposed to stop. You didn't know how to play your cards right. You don't know how to play your cards right because what do I normally tell you guys every single almost every of my video I used to tell you guys that when you walk up to a woman you need to make her understand you're this kind of guy. You need to have principles. When you're with a woman, right, she needs to respect you and admire you to the extent where she knows these principles are what you live by and what channel your life. So she needs to like filter herself and like, okay, this is the kind of guy that he is, and I like him for who he is. I like the fact that because women tend to like the guy that know what they are looking for in life. They tend to like the guy that know that channel their life in a kind of way that they are not moving anyhow. They just know they just have a particular direction in their life and they are planning towards a goal. They are working on themselves too. Most of you don't think like that. You only think like, okay, what should I offer to her? What should I do that to make her attractive? What to make me attractive to her? What should I do to make her pick me? Pick me syndrome. That's one of the things that most of you are using. Pick me syndrome. You're only seeking for validation. Validation kills your game as a man. Validation would only bring you down. I'm telling you, see, it's not only with women, it's even in life. If you're this kind of person that is always using pick me syndrome, you're always looking for what should I do to benefit other people's interests. I'm telling you, you're going to kill your game. You should you should value yourself more. Look at now. I'm not saying you should be somebody that doesn't care about how people feel about you. Now you should the way what I'm trying to say is you should be the kind of person that people want to be around. Be the kind of person that you don't just walk into a room and like you want to be around everybody. Initially, when they just see you, I'm telling you, they would want be around your energy because your energy seems great, your energy seems nice, your energy is giving. They want to be around such a person. And one thing about human beings that I've gotten to understand is if they see you're a person of value, you don't look for people, people look for you. If they see you're a person of value, that's why I keep emphasizing on have principles as a guy, have morals as a guy. Look forward, look, listen, work on yourself to the extent where even you yourself start wondering how you get to where you are. That's how you need to get. Work on yourself to the extent where you yourself start wondering how you got to where you are. Because it gets deep. It gets too deep. And if you've always been investing in a woman for too long, let me tell you what you would want to do, or how you want to change your game, so it doesn't seem as if you're the only one chasing her. It doesn't seem as if you're chasing her or adding too much of energy into your relationship, or adding too much of energy into whatever you guys are doing. You need to make her invest too. Listen, what I mean by you need to make her invest too is, if you're always doing initiating, let's say the first conversations, you're always going on a date, you're always paying. Listen, I'm not saying you should, it's a compulsory thing. Do your thing if you want to do your thing. But you need to understand the fine line where you are always doing it and when she's volunteering to do something. Listen, I love, okay, let me use an instance of one of my friend. He went on a date recently, right? And he was telling me about this girl that he went on a date with. This girl didn't offer to pay. She didn't offer to like pay, like not for the date now, for her transport. Because when she came, he paid her transport to come. When she was going back, we are in a student area, so sometimes that's how it gets. He paid her transport in coming. He paid her transport in going, but she did not volunteer and ask him if she should pay her transport in going. And he came back and was telling me that's a red flag for him. I'm telling you, he hasn't messaged that girl since then. He has a message, has it. But what I'm trying to make you guys understand from this story I just explained is, you need to understand, if a woman is not invested in you, you shouldn't invest your time or your resource or your energy into her. Listen, it might sound as if I'm saying something that's not right, but that's how it gets. That's how it gets. If she does not invest in you in any way, don't invest in her. She's gonna use you at the end of the day. You're gonna be used. You're gonna be used. And that's one of the things that most of you don't want to hear. You're going to be used. And when they use you, you start complaining, oh, this, that. Listen, you've always been ignoring the red flags. You've always been saying it, but you've not prepared for them. You've not made your mind for them. You've not told yourself, okay, I'm doing something wrong. And whenever somebody tells you that you're doing something wrong, it's as if they're against you. No. If a woman sees that you have low self-esteem and low self-worth for yourself, you look at yourself less. I'm telling you, they are going to use you. They are going to use you. It's real. I'm telling you, they're going to use you. Listen, the way women think, right? Remember I said women are smart. I used to say women are smart in almost all my videos. And the way they think is, okay, this kind of guy, he looks at his selfless. He can't even handle pressure. He can't do some certain things. She's going to want to suck off of that energy. It's like a vampire, same blood. It's like a vampire, same blood. They will want to suck off that blood. They will not want to suck off your weakness, suck off your weak spots, because they see that you respect yourself, you don't respect your time, you don't respect your energy, you don't value yourself, you're looking at yourself less. You don't have confidence enough in yourself. So how can you be able to take care of her? She's going to leave you, bruh. If she doesn't use you, she will leave you. And high times, 9 times out of 10, before she leaves you, most time before she leave you, she would have already used you to the extent where she's okay, she's satisfied. She has used you and then she leave you. That's why sometimes when you see women talking about a particular guy, they'll be like, that guy, I've used him already. Like, bro, they use you. So if you always struggling with self-esteem or self-worth, this is the right place for you, because you need to improve. You need to improve. It's not only women, people in general will use you and dump you because you don't value yourself, you don't value your energy, you don't value your time, you don't value things or the way you speak or your resource as a whole. You don't value yourself, you look at yourself less. There is something about self-esteem that most of you don't understand. Self-esteem alone, right, would in your head already put you in rooms before you put yourself in the rooms physically. Your self-esteem already put you in those rooms. Your self-esteem has already made way for you in your head than your self-esteem, I'm telling you, creates things for you in your head than even in physical. And once you already imagine something, I'm telling you, there's a high chance you can become that thing. Once you already imagine something, there's a high chance you will become that thing. And I pray that this video meets the right person, because I want you guys to be at the best level of your life. Even me myself, I'm working on myself to be at the best level of my life. And The people that I even want this video to meet the most are the young guys, the guys that are like 15, 16, 17, that are coming up, to not simp, to not end up being in a state where they regret knowing a woman, or regret knowing doing a particular thing, or regret taking an action. Because some of us now that are like in our early 20s now are already saying, if we had knew, we wouldn't have done some things that we are done. Even some of you that are older than 20 that are watching this video right now would be saying the same thing. But I want this video to be played to those category of people that are coming up. It's not as if it shouldn't be played to others, so it should be played to others, but especially those ones that are coming up, so that they could learn and filter themselves and learn from, and tell themselves, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong, this is what I'm doing right, and be able to like distinguish between what they are doing wrong and right. And if you found this video helpful, I want you to leave a subscribe, leave a comment, and leave a like, so we get the OC stronger, so we build the OC up, and share to other of your friends that you want and that you know that need to hear this.